right, so this is going to be geometry here, right? Yes. Okay, geometry, and we're doing lesson 5 constructions. So, let's see, hopefully this turns off, actually. There. All right. Now, in your notebook today, so now for what we're doing today, this is actually going to be on page 11 and 10. Okay, since we already have our notebook set up and you did your table of contents when I told you to, not stared awkwardly. Okay, you did your table of contents, you put everything in there. So 11 is going to be what I'm doing with the notes, and 10 is going to be my cool down. All right, so let's take a look. So my first thing I'm going to do is says right here, points A and B are each centers of circles of radius AB. Compare the distance EA to the distance EB. Explain your reasoning. Now, with your partners right now, okay, you could use your compass here to actually talk about this also. Okay, with your partners, I'm going to give you guys 1 minute. I want you guys talking about it right now. All right, you guys. So, let's see. Let me get some answers here. So, I'm feeling something from the back corner over there. Tell me what you got. What were you talking about? Okay, what about them?
They're both the same distance.
Okay, very good. Both same distance. Okay, all right. Right here. Okay, what'd you get for this one? Explain your reasoning. If you notice, it says compare the distance EA to the distance EB. Okay? Back over there, they said that this is the same distance. Can you tell me why? Okay, someone over here, help out. I heard a whole lot of people saying stuff, but no one wants to.
It makes a triangle.
Oh, it makes a triangle, but I'm talking about the distances here. They are congruent. Okay, very good. They're congruent. They're the same. How was I able to say that they're the same?
You measured it.
You measured it with your compass, right?
Yes.
Anyone else actually have some other reason why? What about the circle? They're the same size. If they are the same size circle, okay, so for circle B over here, AB is the radius, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Isn't from any point from the center to any point on the edge of the circle also considered the radius? Yeah, so EB is the radius of circle B, isn't it? And for circle A, AB is the radius, but so is AE. From the center to the edge of the circle is the radius. All radii, that's the plural of radius, all radii are always going to be congruent. All right, so let's take a look at number 2. Number 2 says, compare distance FA to distance FB. Explain your reasoning. 1 minute. Talk to your partner.
It's the same.
All right, so it says right here, compare the distances, and okay, everyone over here was still yelling what? It's the same. Why? It's the same circle for circle A, right? For circle A, AF is the radius, isn't it? And for circle B, BF is going to be the radius, right? So you guys are filling that in right now, right? So we could say AE and BE Alright, and I put that both circles here have the same radius AB. Since both circles have the same radius AB, that means that they're both going to be the same size. And that means all the other radius off of that are going to be the same. Okay, same thing. So for this one right here, so FA is also radius of circle A, and FB Okay. Now the next part says right here, draw line EF and write a conjecture about its relationship to segment AB. So, now since you guys, what are we using for our straight edge right now? ID. So pull that ID out, and you guys are going to draw right there. Draw line EF. So I'm going to give you guys 1 minute. So draw line EF and make a conjecture. So say something about this. What do you know about that line? All right, you guys ready? So, what conjecture can we say about the relationship of segment AB? We did this one a couple days ago. All right, to prove to you that we did this one a couple days ago.
Angle. It's a right angle, isn't it?
It's what?
A right angle or angle?
Yes, we're going to get right angles, right? Do you remember doing this over here? Remember doing this? And what did we end up getting out of this when we did that? What did we end up getting out of that? What was on the cool down there too? You got right angles, and what else did we get? What else did we get out of this? On this one, we didn't get triangles on this. If you guys recall, what did the little markings right here mean? That they're what? It is bisect, but what does that little tick mark right there mean, there and there? That they are going to be... The lines intersect, yes. Do you guys recall the tick mark? Congruent. Thank you. That's the word we're looking for. The lines will be congruent. These two things will be congruent. And my line is cutting through it. Okay, what is it called if it cuts through it? If it cuts through it, we had a special word for it. Cuts it into two equal parts. What was that word? I heard it. What was the word we used for it? I keep hearing it back there, but it's someone over here whispering something else. Say it again. Bisector. Thank you. So now this is going to be a bisector. These two pieces are congruent, and the line is going to be perpendicular. That gave me the right angle there. So, from what we did right there, we making conjecture that I could say that this piece right here is congruent to this piece right here, and it is a perpendicular, so I'm going to put a little box right there to show that this is a right angle. So right here, this is a, so EF is the perpendicular bisector of what line did it cut in half? AB, very good. Okay, so let's go back to this one right here. There it is. So I wrote it out. EF is the perpendicular bisector of AB. All right, so let's keep going. Let's take a look at this next one here. Here is line L. Okay, line L here with a point labeled C. It says use straight edge and compass moves to construct a line perpendicular to L that goes through C. Now, step by step. So I'm going to show you guys this step by step. So, because if you guys just sit there and like keep trying this, it's not going to work out very well. So I want you guys to do this step by step, and this is what you're going to do. Now, as I tell you what to do, you are going to write down the instructions over here. Okay, if you notice, this does not have an instructions for this, right? So I'm going to show you guys, and I'm going to give you guys the instructions for this. So you're going to start this, and I'm going to give you the instructions for while we're doing this. Now, take your compass, your wonderful, wonderful compass. Now, we are going to start this by, now, stab C, and we're going to make a circle. Try to make it about 1/2 inch, if you could. The measurement really doesn't matter, it's just, if you make it too small, it's going to make this difficult. Okay? About 1/2 inch. So I'm going to go through and actually do this here. Draw my circle. Okay, so what was my first instruction?
Stab C.
Okay, circle around C. There we go. Okay, circle around C. There we go. Okay. Now, where my circle C intersects the line L, I'm going to put points. So I have an intersection point right here, and I have an intersection point right here. So 2 labeled points. And I'm going to call my points over here. Let's go, let's say N and M. So those are my points, because I'm going to talk about these points here in a second. Now that I have those points right there, I'm going to start by stabbing in. So circle around N. Okay, and you have to make it larger than C. So, by that, I want you guys to see this. Stabbing N. Okay, N to C right there, right? Okay, I'm going to open it up. It's more. I'm going to try and put it between N and C. Because if I make it too big, it's probably going to go off my line. Okay, it's going to go off my paper. So now, I'm going to go right here, so between N and C here. I'm going to make my circle N. Is everyone okay there? So that was step 3. Step 4, same circle, at M. So that means I need to stab M, right? Stab M and make the same circle. Okay, I hear a lot of box rustling here. Dang, you don't need to be throwing stuff. It's kind of messed up. All right, are we ready for the next part? Okay, step 5, label intersection points of M and N. So I'm labeling the points in which that the two circles intercept, right? Say yes. Yeah. Very good. Okay. So we're labeling those points. So if you notice, circle N and circle M intersect right here, don't they? So I'm going to label that point. And down here on the bottom, they also intersect right here, don't they? So labeling those, I'm going to call that one Q and that one R. If you notice, I'm just making up alphabet here. Okay. So it doesn't always have to be A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. Now, when you actually get to the point of doing this yourself, you're going to have to label this up yourself anyway. So the labels really don't matter what you call them as long as they are labeled. So now, my step 6. What do you think my step 6 would be? Okay, draw a line PR. Or I'm sorry, QR. Draw a line QR. And if I did this correctly, it should go right through C. Or it should be really, really close. Are we okay there now?
Yes.
Okay, so what did I create right here? What did I create right here? Line perpendicular to L that goes through C.
Jaime Vargas, please report to the registration office. Jaime Vargas, please report to the registration office, room 501.
Okay, so all right, so now let's take a look at this next one. Right here it says bisect this angle. Now, again, it really doesn't give you the steps on this one right here. So we are going to go through and do this. We're going to go through and do this. Hey! All right, so now for this right here, we're going to bisect an angle. Again, this one actually doesn't give you, so it says right here, estimate the location of point D so that angle ABD is approximately congruent to angle CBD. So it's asking you to cut this into equal pieces. So if you're paying attention, so consider this as a slice of pizza that your sibling left in the fridge. Okay? Now, you want some of that pizza. Are you going to take a bite right out of the tip of it? Probably not. You're smarter than that, right? You're sneakier than that. So what you're going to do instead? You're going to try and cut it in half and perpetrate like that's all that was there, right? That's the way to do it. Hey, you know what? Hey, this slice of pizza still there? I don't know what you're talking about. It was that size when I got there. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it using geometry, how to steal half that pizza. So you guys are going to write down these steps right here. And I don't have to throw an onion at anyone again, right? So please pay attention, pick up the compass. Now, we're going to take this and we're going to stab B. Okay, stab B and draw an arc through your entire angle. So draw an arc through the angle. So an arc is only a portion of the circle. We don't need a whole circle here. Okay? You don't have to erase it. You're okay. We just don't need that much. No. It doesn't matter. We just don't need that much. Step 2. What do you think 2 is going to be? Say label the points.
Label the points.
Thank you. So, label the points, and I'm going to call this one F and G. So where my arc intercepts my angle, that is F and G. Okay, so now that we labeled the points, right?
No.
Yes. We labeled the points, and now from here, I'm going to go through and, so this is actually kind of important, because if you make it too big, it's going to go way off your paper. If you make it too small, it's not going to work. So what you're going to do is measure G to F, G to F, and draw an arc. Step 4, same arc, at G. So by same arc at G, that means that I'm going to stab G. Same arc at G. Now, if I did this correctly, I should have intercepting arcs here, right? So, label intercepts. And I'm going to call this one and this one. Now, the only reason why I'm actually going to label this one something specific, because right here it said it was supposed to be a D. So I'm going to call this one right here D. I don't need this one over here. I don't need this one over here. I only need this one out here. Okay, this is the only one I need. So this is what I'm going to do with my straight edge. So step 6, draw. So BD. And if I did this correctly, it should be going through or really, really close to this intersection also. So from B all the way through D, so these 2 points will be, or these 2 angles right here are going to be congruent. Okay, so now it says right here, create a ray. So my ray is BD. So this is ray BD. Angle CBA. CBA. So I have angle CBA. Okay, is cut into two congruent parts. And so now my new 2 angles are going to be angle CBD. Here's a symbol for congruent. And angle ABD. You guys got all that down? Okay, so let's take a look here. It says create 2 other angles and use straight edge and compass moves to bisect them. So, just use your straight edge. Use your straight edge. There you go. There we go. So here's the start. Here's the start. You're going to do this on your own. Use the step-by-steps that I just told you that you guys wrote down. All right, here you go. I'm going to do it again, especially for those people that weren't paying attention and didn't write anything down at all. Yes, it just got dark in here. That was shade. All right, arc. You ready? Arc. Okay, I got the arc, right? Now, I said measure these. So for this case right here, I'm going to go X. This one's going to be Y, because I said so. Draw my arc this way. Same arc over this way. And then there's where they intersect. And I'm going to draw my line. There we go. All right. So when we come in tomorrow, we're going to work on the rest of our notebooks, and we're going to do some cool downs. And we got some more practice to go along with this tomorrow. All right. Now, don't forget, like and subscribe, right? Okay. So, I have a prize from a Loot Crate. I'll let you guys know. I have a Loot Crate prize. If this video gets 100 likes, I will pick 100 views. I will pick someone from my subscribers and I'll give them the prize.
What? No.
Giveaway.
Yes, I'll do a giveaway.
Enjoy life.